And we are at the Wilder Room, one of the most talked about shows of the festival. Kate McGarry. Kate, welcome back to Rochester.
Thanks, Derrick. How you doing?
Outstanding. Introduce us to your not-so-secret weapon.
Keith Ganz. Everyone should have one.
Hey, Kate, name of the new album is called?
The subject tonight is love.
So, putting this together with Keith, talk about the project, because it's really taken so many different roads and paths to create this amazing project. Congratulations on getting it out.
Thank you so much. This was a pledge music project, and so our fans came together and helped us do it, which was awesome. And it's our first trio record with Gary Versace, so it was a real beautiful meeting of the minds and an artistic creation between Gary, Keith, and myself. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to add about the record?
Not off the top of my head.
Speaking to Kate McGarry and Keith Ganz on Jazz 90.1. So talk about the creative process of putting it together, because of course writing your own tunes as well as incorporating some of the great songs of I call it the second generation songbook, things that we've heard in the baby boom generation, the rock and roll era. How were you able to choose those songs? So many different things, but that's, for me, seems like there's a theme to that.
Yes, there definitely was. Well, we did a lot of recording, and then the theme started to come clear from once we were in the middle of all the songs, and then we started to feel like, oh, there's the thread between these ones and these, and then there was some that we let go of. But for instance, one of the main songs on the record is this arrangement that Keith did of My Funny Valentine, and for me that kind of, I don't know, it sort of was the heart of the record, and there was something about the way that he envisioned and started playing that song that helped me feel very differently about it than I never thought I would want to sing that song, so it really changed it for me. And then from that became the basis of the poem we did, the Hafiz poem we did. So I don't know, that was sort of the heart of the record.
So Keith, I mean, it's a song a lot of folks, My Funny Valentine, it's a chestnut, a workhorse, but it hasn't been played in years by a lot of artists, because it's been played in Miles, Frank Sinatra, and everyone else. Why did you guys decide, let's try My Funny Valentine with a new arranger? Because that was a really, really genius idea of using that song.
Well, what happened was, as Kate often does, right before a gig on Valentine's Day, she sprung and went, hey, let's do My Funny Valentine. And my thought was just what you said, like, oh, what are we going to do with this? So there was kind of an imperative in the moment to try to find something different about it. And that intro, that kind of meditative intro, that was the first thing I went to, and it worked. And then went home and kind of finished the arrangement after that. So it kind of started spontaneously, being thrown into the fire of performing that song on Valentine's Day and trying not to feel cliche.
And then when we got together with Gary came for like 4 days, and we just started going through all the songs, and then we started reprocessing them with him and seeing his ideas and adding that. And so like the coda came out very different because of some of his ideas, and I don't know, it just kept growing and growing, so yeah, into his shape.
Speaking to Keith Ganz and Kate McGarry here on Jazz 90.1. Kate, you and I are the same age, and we are like really the last generation of no life before the internet, before everything changed. It was an analog life.
Yeah.
So we've seen some changes.
That's for sure.
Not realizing it. But for folks of our generation, the quote-unquote Gen Xers, how do you see the world in terms of making art? Because we're the first to embrace social media, to understand how it works, its power as well as its dangers. Now, here we are.
I feel like it's really imperative for artists to kind of shield themselves from the duties of promotion and really take time to create in ways that is not connected to the outside responses, and that's something that I feel really seriously that I need to kind of change that focus and try that, because it feels like there's so much energy going out, and it's harder to really create without breaking away from that. But one thing that's nice is being together, we're able to I don't know, we have a little bit more insular situation where we can try things out at home, and so I think that's been helpful.
I kind of feel like more than ever, I feel like I need to play music more and go out and perform music more, because to sort of reclaim that world, because it feels like anytime I'm not playing music, the modern digital world feels like it's going to replace the old world, so I find myself wanting to play more now, actually, just to stay in the world of actually playing music and going out and playing for people.
Sanity.
Agreed.
Well, you can get a big taste of Sandy at 6 and 10 o'clock tonight, guys. Thanks so much for coming back to the Flower City. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Derrick. Wonderful.
Thank you.